I am Dr. Mary ADEJUMOKE Bisi Johnson, a reader specializing in medical micro and environmental microbiology in the Department of Microbiology, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria. I've been involved in a lot of different laboratory research work, which we have actually not thought of. Let's look at patenting. This university, this center has really helped to motivate us. There have been workshops to enlighten us that some of the work you do, don't just leave it on the bench. And that is what actually gingered us into thinking of doing this to this particular work. We have a lot we've done that we have never thought of that, because we would have gone to the press to just publish the work. The efficacy of clay mirrors and shea butter composite in wound infection and skin treatment. Yes, there is no single tree can stand in a forest. For us to have good research, you actually need collaborators and expertise from other areas where you may not be a specialist, so that you actually have through and a good result. So for this work, majorly the idea came from microbiology, from myself and with my students, but I needed expertise of other colleagues in the university. So I invited a colleague in anatomy department, because we were going to use animal model, and we enjoyed their expertise in terms of the animal experiment, then microscopy of cell and the rest, in person of Professor Stephen Adewale. And also because the work has some area of pharmaceutical inclination, I also consulted a colleague in pharmacy department who helped us in the formulation of the product into ointment. The research, I myself came about the research while I was a PhD student. It was something strange to me. While I was a PhD student, my supervisor and another colleague in the university, I was in Walter Sisulu University in South Africa. The other fellow was collaborating with my supervisor, but both of them, they were busy as administrator. My supervisor was the deputy vice chancellor, while the other fellow was the research director, just like we have here. So they still want to be active in research, but the administration wouldn't allow them. So the bulk of the work was put on me. They brought this idea on geophagia, which I was hearing for the first time. I was put to go and work, do literature search, heard about, and the man is a Cameroonian. Said, "You are from Nigeria, you don't say you haven't heard about this thing." I said, "Okay, but I'm hearing for the first time." So my curiosity came for that. I did a lot of literature search, and we had a team, and from there I did some kind of pilot laboratory work, and we actually had a conference then where we presented a lot of activities around that. So when I came back to Nigeria, I became curious. That I was told by a Cameroonian that this habit actually is rampant in Nigeria. So I became curious to know more about this. And in the course of my returning then as a fresh PhD staff, the faculty decided to resuscitate the faculty series lecture. And that came as something new to me, but may not be new. So I presented some of the work I've done on this, and I realized that people are really fascinated. It's like something new is coming around. So I decided to put students on it. I then have some postgraduate students, one of them for masters then. So we started, and when we saw that the result is actually good, this motivated us to go further, and which led to bringing in somebody else on PhD to do the work, which finally led to the product we have. can make the end users or probably investors to be interested in this work is that the raw material for these products, they are easily available, they are natural, and they are not prone to becoming product that will not be useful in terms of health-wise, that can be manipulated by microorganisms not to be effective. So, but majorly they are cheap and available locally. The research is applicable in the pharmaceutical industry, and some of the problem that actually also motivated us to go into it is that it is a global problem that we have the menace of antibiotic resistance. Products are produced, most of them synthetic, and microorganisms are becoming resistant to them day in, day out. And so in the quest for looking for alternative that may not be able, that the organism will not grow resistant to easily, and then which will be affordable, and then we will be able to source the material easily, also motivated us into this work. And so it helps in the medical world and in the pharmaceutical application, because the product, which is pharmaceutical, can then be applied to patients in the medics. So the products from this research will benefit people health-wise, and it also has application in the cosmetic industry. You know, naturally people may not even fall ill, but people want to have their skin smooth. And this product has topical application. That is, you can apply it externally on the skin. And so it can find usage also for people for cosmetic reasons apart from health reasons.